Good timing, dog. Hello, good evening, everybody. My dog just had to come up. Well, my daughter's dog. Yeah. Anyway, she's here. You're here. We're getting ready to stream. It's been a crazy couple of weeks. I've got channel updates. I've got big news coming out of Disney. I've got news from other parks. We've got Fire in the Hole just opened up and a bunch of other things. So let's jump on in. Let's get ready for some fun. Oh, I've also got 3 huge boxes here to open up. So, yeah, we're going to have some fun. All right, and I just realized if you had a hard time hearing me, I forgot my microphone. So hopefully you hear me a little bit better now. Dog wants to play. All sorts of stuff going on. Hello, I know. Isn't it exciting? You got presents? Are you going to give it to them? What are you going to do? She wants me to pick it up and throw it. So, but good evening, everybody. Okay. So let me show you what my morning routine is. Come on. There you go. 40-pound lap dog. Yep. There. Okay. You say hi. Yes. Now you drop your toy. What you gonna do? Love you too. Okay. Hop that. There we go. So the dog, when she ran away, pulled the microphone cord. We're good. Go on. Oh boy. This is not how this is supposed to go. So y'all wonder what some of my bloopers are like that I don't necessarily stick in the videos. This is it. This is what I deal with. Okay. Let me. Oh boy. I'm telling you, trying to film. This is one of the reasons I'm a little bit behind and why I didn't have a regular video this week. I do actually have a video that's about 2/3 of the way edited. I don't know if it's going to happen this week, and this is my typical edit sessions. So there you go. But video, it's about 2/3 of the way done editing. About the differences in PhotoPass from when I worked there to what it is now. So trying to get that done. My mind, dog just totally set my train of thought elsewhere. Trails of a Theme Park Dog Walker. Yeah, change your name to Blooper. I like that one. Oh, okay. 3.5 minutes, and I've basically accomplished nothing. So anyways, I do have some videos in process. They are coming along. But it's been a couple weeks. We have just had so much stuff going on that if anything gets to slide, it's the videos. Let me give you an example of how my couple weeks have been. When I posted up my deal for tonight, and hey, Sunday night, Thursday night, which works best? And most people were saying tonight, and I didn't even think about it, scheduled it, posted it up, and then realized after I had it all up for everybody, it's my wife's birthday today. Sorry, hon. We made a nice dinner for her and gave her a great day. But, yep. Mark wants to know, how is the car situation? So if I don't want to get too personal and stuff, but we have been down to one car for a week now just because of it's been one car thing after another. But we've had one van sitting in the driveway for 5 months, 6 months, just because it had some issues. My daughter's car is basically about done. It's old. The van is the same age, and so I got it started today took it up to the garage. They're looking at everything, and we're waiting. We'll find out tomorrow how much it costs to get it fixed and running regular again. So we'll see. Fun stuff. But anyways, yes, my wife's birthday is a much nicer, much better thing. In fact, let me see if I can show you here. Let me pull up Facebook so you can see what her birthday was like, because she had a good day. My wife teaches at an elementary school. She's what they call the ELL director. And so she got to her class today. And let's see here. Yeah, so we'll show you personal stuff. How is that? Let's see. Try to that one. Okay. So this is my wife's class. They surprised her with all sorts of stuff on there. And then my daughter made her an apple pie and homemade gluten-free bread. And then there's a turkey hiding back there along with all the fixings and stuff. And so that was what we did for her birthday. But so she's had a pretty good day. So Craig, hey, should we sing that? Let's let's get this party started, except we'll do it as the car. Anyways, big news out of Disney this week. They had a couple big things. One, the ongoing lawsuit between Disney and the governor of Florida and over the whole district has been they not tossed out. They came to a settlement agreement and basically asked to have it tossed out of court because Disney agreed that what they had tried to do before Florida took it over wasn't good, but they also still what Florida did wasn't good. So they've agreed to replace 3 of the board of directors that the governor had appointed who were anti-Disney, essentially, with people friendlier to Disney, so it might actually be a little bit more functional. So there's a lot more details in that, but the lawsuit is done. It's been settled, and they've come up with a solution that hopefully both can agree are good. And then the other big thing, you may have heard, let's see, what did Disney sue Florida for again? So Disney sued Florida because, long story here, when you had the Don't Say Gay law up for vote, Disney basically came out publicly against that law, as far as, said to vote against it. The governor and his friends got upset and mad that Disney disagreed with them. And so the governor basically took over the Reedy Creek district, which Disney had basically controlled. It was essentially a Disney district that they did. And the governor took it over and replaced all the Disney's board with people who he liked and weren't necessarily in agreement with Disney. So you had the whole government switch from being very pro-Disney to very anti-Disney. And just, it was a mess. It was a mess. But it's good that they've got settled, and hopefully they're working to clear that. The other big thing out of Disney was they had a huge proxy fight over their stock and their board. You actually had 2 groups that were working to essentially try to take over Disney's board, or at least take a big chunk of influence on it. You had one group that, let's see, I want to make sure I get the right name here. Let's see, where is it? Here, go up to the right end of this. I'm reading through a long article. Nelson Peltz wanted to replace 3 of the board members with people friendly to him because he hasn't liked the way Disney's been running things. And he actually wanted to bring back Jay Rasulo, which Jay Rasulo is, if you thought Chapek was bad, Peltz would not have been a good thing for Disney. Disney was able to fight him off. You also had Blackstone, who is a big-time shareholder, also trying to put people on Disney's board. Either one essentially would have made the board not it would have required some big changes at Disney that they would not have been friendly additions to the board. So um, just a lot of turmoil and trouble that they would have added to it. Um, Jay Rasulo is bad news, just bad news. Like I said, Rasulo, let's just say when Disneyland was having massive issues, including safety issues and stuff, that would be Jay Rasulo in action. We definitely don't want him in there. So uh, happy that they fought it off. One thing though that came out before this, Iger when he came back was only supposed to be back for 2 years and supposed to have a successor. Well, guess what, Bob? Your 2 years is up. This was part of their issue as well. Is Iger instead signed a 3-year extension, so he's going to be there for a little bit longer while they finally get a successor in. We will see who the successor is. They have not said anything. And I'll be honest, the one name that's kind of come out as a successor possibility, I'm not real keen on, although I know he's very popular with a lot of people. And that is our gentleman right now in charge of parks. And that's because, yeah, I think I've talked about my feelings with him. He puts on a great public face, but yeah. So in any case, that's really kind of what's happening with Disney. It's Disney does have some definite issues right now. They are losing, they're not making money off the streaming business like they should. They've got some other things. They've not handled the Fox merger well. So these are things that definitely need to be dealt with. And that all of that was part of what was leading to this. And Iger needs to get some things done. So ideally for me, what I would like to see is I would like to see a return of essentially the 2-person in charge. You have your dreamer, and then you have your number cruncher. So like we had Walt with his brother Roy. Roy kind of kept Walt in check. When you look at the beginning of the Eisner era, he had Frank Wells, and the two of them bounced off each other. And when Eisner ran into trouble, it was after Frank Wells died, and you didn't have that soundboard anymore. So I like to see them kind of go back and go, oh, you know what? This worked. We really should try this again and get the dreamer with the big ideas who encourages that, and then the other guy to help make them happen. So how would you feel if Universal and Disney merged? No. They need the competition. And I'm not talking just about theme parks. Disney already has an overly sized portion of the film market and media. They don't need to be any bigger. Joel points out that would be a huge antitrust concern for multiple areas. Absolutely. It would not be good. Things need competition to thrive. If they don't have competition, they stagnate because there's no reason for them to get better. So, no, definitely would not want to see something like that. Now, on the other hand, we'll flip over to another merger, and that is the Six Flags Cedar Fair merger, which is not in danger of antitrust because it's only theme parks and it has lots of competition, whether it's Disney or Universal or the Busch, SeaWorld Parks or Herschend or a number of others. That is going through. Looks like they're talking June for it actually to get finalized. You won't see any changes in the parks for a little while yet. They will come up later, but they're the one little thing they were looking at, they cleared. So that doesn't look like it has any issues. Speaking of them, though, Cedar Point did actually release a couple of videos of their Top Thrill 2. So you get to see what the whole ride looks like. They actually even have a side-by-side that they posted. And I won't post it because it's their video, not mine. But you can actually see the old ride on one side and then the new one on the other. And so you can see the difference in the timing and the new one going forward and then coming back up the back spike and then them both kind of going. It's really kind of cool. So it looks like it's going to be amazing. Excited for that. Disney also had their own lawsuit that they just announced about 3 weeks ago that they had settled over age discrimination for employees over the age of 40 who wanted to stay in the dorms. That got settled, and apparently they're now trying to figure all that out. Kentucky Kingdom, T2, T3, their SLC roller coaster is now being taken down. Good riddance. Apparently, it might be sold, but yeah, it's coming down, and they are looking to get rid of it. That was a horrible SLC. That may have been one of the worst suspended looping coasters I've ever been on. Do I count Top Thrill 2 as a separate credit from Top Thrill Dragster? I would have to go on it to see. I don't know. And this is one of those things, you'll have people that argue for it and people that argue against it, and they'll both be right. Count what you want to count. I honestly don't know if I would count it or not. I might. Did you see that Joe Rohde came back to Imagineering to teach a course? Yes, he's not fully back, but he is teaching and training, which is interesting. I haven't seen all the details about how this works and who he's teaching, but it was kind of neat to see him come back. Was happy to see that influence come back again. So hope so. Yeah, ideal would be Disney and Universal pushing each other from the stagnation. Yeah, Universal right now is ahead of Disney in a lot of ways, but we'll see. Do I think by August Tiana's water flume will be open? Summer is what they've said. It should. If you're talking about Florida, California, different things. Florida this summer. California, they're still talking December, but Florida's is coming along. So July, August, it should be. Absolutely. So, Donnie, what you saw is Latin American Land at Animal Kingdom. They are supposed to have something from Encanto, but it is not going to be a Latin America land per se. And the ideas they posted and some of the other stuff, it's been all over the place. We will see. So, hoping Epic Universe will be kicking the pants. They need several of them theme park wise, because you've got Epic Universe. You've also got Wizarding World of Harry Potter, which they've done twice. That did kind of kick them into gear and get them to do the Galaxy's Edge area. But Universal, in a lot of ways, has been ahead of Disney quality ride-wise for a while now. They're trying to get caught up, but yeah, Universal, even just during COVID, was doing more than Disney was. So, and yeah, they've been ahead. Disney's got a ways to go. Speaking of Universal, though, I was reading on Screamscape. Apparently, if you go over to, let's see, the Heraldry store in Lost Continent, they actually have Dueling Dragons merch available. Dueling Dragons merch. Who would? I mean, that's awesome. So, yeah, very cool. Let's see. What do I think of Fire in the Hole at Silver Dollar City? Well, okay. So if you did not see my video, and I'm going to keep it muted here just so I can talk over it because I'm just that kind of person. Let's see here. Well, it might play the sound. We'll see. Here we go. This is us riding it. Media Day was awesome. It was a ride.
Okay, this definitely feels like the original.
Nitpicking, it was missing a couple of the things I did like about the original. You don't hear the music. The Fire in the Hole part at the end, it says it different. But we love the ride. I think they have done such a great job with this ride. So, we got to ride it a couple times, and just so well done. So well done. Let's see. Let me go ahead and pop that back out. If you get to go ride it, you will like it. If you love the original one, you will love the new one. It is so basically the same. Same idea, a lot of the same scenes. There are 3 new characters on it. There is essentially a little bit of a new story where you are chasing down these 3 characters. So it is a little bit different that way, but much of it is very familiar. And so you will feel, if you've been on the old one, you will feel like you were on a very similar ride. There's so much there that will be, you'll know you're on Fire in the Hole. Absolutely. So very happy to see it. We loved it. We absolutely loved it. We were excited with what they've done. And I think it looks good for the future. As Brad put it at the grand opening ceremony, they knew that the original Fire in the Hole was the park's biggest sacred cow. And they also knew that they had to do something because it was life. So what are you going to do? You can't kill the sacred cow because everybody's going to, it's not going to go well. So they did the best thing they could, and they did it amazingly well. So very, very excited about Fire in the Hole. Do I think Dollywood will replace Blazing Fury? No. Fire in the Hole had to be replaced. There was no option. The building was done. Honestly, it was in danger in a couple years of parts of it falling down. That's how bad it was. It was going to be condemned within a couple years because it was starting to get to a point where it could have been unsafe, and they couldn't run it unsafe. It's done. There's no option. Blazing Fury isn't anywhere near that. They actually just did a major overhaul of the ride and the building a few years ago. It's in much better shape. So no, it's not going to be getting a heavy refurb or a redo. Not in the cards at all. There's no reason to do it. There's no incentive to do it. There's nothing saying you better do it or you're going to be in big trouble. Why? People love it as it is. If they didn't have to replace the building at Silver Dollar City, they would not have changed the ride either. So there is absolutely no reason for it to happen. So it won't. Just because people go, oh, look, new Fire in the Hole. It's Blazing Fury. It's a different ride, different site, different deal. Yes, the rides are very, very similar, but they're not the same. So, yeah, that's what's going on. So, no, don't see that in the cards at all. I know a lot of people are kind of talking about it, but there's nobody from within the parks talking about it. Just a lot of wishful thinking and comparisons because they are similar rides. So yeah, don't worry about it. Don't see it happening. So, and Jacob's asking, what do you think they'll do with the old building? If I didn't make it clear, it's coming down. It's being torn down. It's being destroyed. There's no other option. It has to come down. Otherwise, it's a hazard. So, no museum, no new ride in it, nothing. It's coming down. Period. End of story. In fact, I've actually heard some reports that they're already preparing the building for demo. So, yep. So, how long do you think Flooded Mine has left? I think it's getting close to end. They have done some major refurbs on it. Next time I get to the park, I will show those. But at this point, it's on borrowed time. Its building it's better than Fire in the Holes was, but you can also see age catching up to it. So Flooded Mine's going to end up having to come down. What they do with it, I don't know. I think they do something similar to Fire in the Hole, but I think they keep it in the same place. So we shall see. That's kind of what I'm expecting, though, is that they'll have to replace it. Which that leads to some of the theories. That's kind of where the idea of moving the train station came from. The guy who came up with that idea said, well, they've got to redo Flooded Mine, so they'll make it bigger and better, and they'll take over the train station. In talking with people, there is nobody that I was able to talk to at the park that had any inkling about a new train station. So, nope. Wonder if they will have to close the train when they tear down the old Fire in the Hole. They'll wait till closing days to tear down anything that might be a danger, but they'll keep it all in. So, Caroline came in like a wrecking. But is it bad? I know that song. Okay. Yeah. One of the things, though, that was really neat that I didn't really get in the video, but they gave us on the way out were these. And everybody got one, so each one of my kids got one as well. And I heard they were giving them out too, as well on the opening day, the official opening day. But it's basically this really nice journal. And you can see it comes with a pen and leather-like cover. And yeah, very nice. It's actually real stitching on the outside. Um, that was very cool. So, oh, and somebody asked, had I seen Wish yet? It's right there, waiting. I will get to see it. I just haven't seen it now. So, Craig, it's very bad. So since you started singing it, so, but yeah, the building, they'll be working on it for a little while, but they will not endanger anything in the park. The building itself actually sits far enough away from the tracks that where the building is, so if you got the building and then the tracks, there's actually a whole fenced alley in between that's it's more than a car width in there. So if they take down the center of the building, they can take that wall down in towards the middle of the building and not have to come in any danger at all with the tracks. So it is absolutely something they can do during the season. And depending upon what their plans are, Brad did say at the opening that they have big plans. They can't announce them yet. They are going to do something with Pumpkin Plaza, which I expect to see a big event center go in there, see them kind of turn into something permanent. And then he talked at the grand opening. We've got 1,200 acres and only 200 occupied by the park. We've got lots of land to play with. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. If you remember, I said they're getting ready for their big expansion. It's coming. So they will start making some announcements later this year. As he put it, they have lots of announcements to make. And I think I actually talked about a lot of that in a recent video. So those that are asking, what do you think their next plans are? Let me see here. So I want to get that link properly. Here, I got a whole video called What's Next for Silver Dollar City. And I will drop the link into the chat, and that way I don't have to spend 20 minutes going over something I just went over. How's that sound? So, Craig, do you think they'll add more dark rides that don't have drops? I have not heard anything official. That's probably all I can say there. I've heard a few things. I haven't heard anything official. So, yeah, that's about all I can go there. So, I know that they have a lot of plans for both of the parks. So, have I visited Phantom Manor in Disneyland Paris? It was closed when I was there, so no, I did not get to go. Very bummed. It opened up about 3 weeks after I was there. Would have loved to see it, but no, didn't get to. Okay, so I'm starting to work on the boxes. I have 3 big boxes here. So show you the back one, and then yeah, these are from Judy. Judy goes crazy with the painting. Yeah, my post office loves getting boxes. So Joel, best castle park hands down. I have not been to the Asian parks, but of the 3 I've been to, the U.S. parks and Paris, yes. I loved Disney Paris. The castle park is amazing. The prettiest, easily the prettiest park. So, yeah, I loved it. I'd love to go back sometime. Okay, so let's see here. From Judy, coasters and potholders from Margaret, from Judy's next door neighbor, and Prayer Warrior Nancy. And then she's got, of course, the Disney clothes. We have actually, we've had some of these things that Margaret has taken to school. And these are the coasters and the potholders. So thank you, Judy. And then, all sorts of kids' clothing in here. Ooh, there's all sorts of stuff. Okay, so let me do this, because otherwise I'm going to take forever opening this all up. So let me just try to pull out some highlights, like, ooh, peanut clusters. Oh my goodness. We're going to have food, lemon shortbread. Oh, let's see, Rice Krispies. What else we got in here? Judy's got all sorts of stuff hiding. Okay, so let's see. We have clothes. I'm going to set that aside for now. Raisin. Oh my. Coconut. You put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up. Pretzel. Okay, there's a Muppets flashback for you. Here, Craig, there's a paddle. Should I spank myself for singing? I may look like I'm listening, but I'm thinking about roller coasters. These are awesome. Oh, let's see here. Do I have coaster hair? Let's see. There you go. I just really, really love roller coasters. Okay. Like, come on, man. And then we got some more kids' clothing and pajamas. I don't think it would fit me. This is where I wish I had grandkids. I have all sorts of stuff. And the dog is looking at me like, what are you doing? Let's see. Doctor, ain't there nothing? So some of you know what I'm saying. Let's see. Okay, so this is for Margaret, but I'm going to show you anyways. There is a mug, and she's got all sorts of teas and coffees there. Thank you, Judy. That's only one from Judy. There's another box sitting here. So, have I ever yelled at someone to turn off their flash in a dark ride? Yes, I have. Yep. I have in a show too. I've also yelled at them to be quiet and stop talking in the show. Okay, I haven't really yelled, but no, when I yell is when they are doing something unsafe. And then I'll yell at them, sit down. I've scared the stuffing out of my kids a couple times. But yeah, if I see misbehavior, I will do it. But oh gosh, Judy, I'm just looking at all these things here. These are going to be yummy. I was trying to sit there and think we just got enough stuff right now. It's like trying to figure out my lunches, even for work, and yeah, pick up stuff. Okay, so this is a big box from Craig. So I guess I probably shouldn't sing until after I get the box open, right, Craig? So, Mr. Special Feature. Ooh, I say that sounds yummy. I have a couple of my bead necklaces from Universal's Mardi Gras stuff. I've never actually been to Mardi Gras in down in Louisiana, but I do still have a couple of those necklaces. I got a couple too from the Pirate Festival in Tampa that we went to, which kind of sort of similar, not really. Let's see. Want to talk about Flash in a dark ride? I accidentally had my flash on while watching Muppet Vision 3D. Now see, it does happen. Some of the shows, it's not as big a deal. Muppet Vision, it wouldn't make a big difference. But some of the dark ones, it definitely can. Brendan, it's a big, big box. You guys are feeding me all sorts of stuff here. Poor Craig in his ears. A little bit of audio adrenaline in there for you. Let's see here. Happy Easter. I hope you and the family enjoy the chocolate again this year. Oh, yes. Also include a travel monitor. Thought it might come in handy with the increased time you're spending on the road and potentially working on videos away from home. Yes. Very much. Okay. So if you're wondering, let's see. Lots of peanuts. Foam peanuts. We've got Craig has sent these to us for a couple years now. And so we have dark chocolate Swiss eggs. These things are absolutely amazing. And then we have the milk chocolate Swiss eggs. I think he said they were out of the mint ones this year, which Craig doesn't have to send those, but oh my goodness, we're grateful that he does. And then the monitor, ooh, it even has a pouch. He mentioned this, that this is something that he had been using, didn't need. Now, if because with our speaking with churches, we're on the road a lot more than we used to be. And so one of the issues I've had is trying to edit my videos on just the laptop because I've had to do it on the road sometimes. And this is a potential solution to that, in that this is actually a portable monitor that you can plug into the laptop. So rather than have to carry around a big old huge monitor, I can hold it right side up, and then that just goes right next to my laptop computer, instant dual monitor, which with the way that I do my videos and stuff, I'm used to having two monitors and doing that. So that is great. And I will make sure I look and grab that cord out of there too, so I don't miss that. Thank you. Thank you, Craig. Things like that are wonderful. There's things that I don't even think about. And then he mentions them like, yeah, I could use that. So my brother was able to get some mint right before Easter, but he didn't buy any extra crates. The mint is good. Okay, so special feature is asking, what is a milk Swiss? Okay, so let me open these up. So the milk is milk chocolate as opposed to dark chocolate. My wife gets the dark chocolate ones. And then the Swiss, let me see if I can get this open. So you're giving me an excuse to eat one live on the air. So the Swiss means it's got a nougat in there. There you go. These things are amazing. Okay. I won't eat it all in front of you. But yeah, the Swiss is a nougat inside. I think like similar to Three Musketeers. It's a little bit harder nougat though. And yeah. Oh, good stuff. Okay. Let me see. Put that there. I have one more from Judy. So let's see. We need George to give a concert. Or better yet, make George Dapper Dan. Okay, so here's kind of the story and what's kind of funny about it. If you've ever heard Straight No Chasers, All About That Bass, it's a parody of Meghan Trainor's song, but they're talking chocolate cheese. No, Three Musketeers, nougat. It's nougat. In any case, they so he's kind of laughing about how the bass singers are better than the tenors, and there's a line in there where he makes fun of the baritones singing the same three notes. I am naturally a baritone, and for a long time I actually thought I couldn't sing at all. And then my wife, when we were in college, pointed out to me that I was naturally harmonizing because I'm baritone, so I can hit those middle notes and fill in, and that's what I was doing. Well, the problem is baritones, they're this mid-range. They're not really meant for lead. You can do it, but it doesn't sound great. And so I've had to lead worship. If you go back and look at my old live streams from the church, I led worship. I was the main singer. Doesn't mean I was great at it. I'm better than some people I've heard, but that's a low bar. So, but that's kind of the issue and kind of the joke. At the same time, Craig sits there and teases and everything. But if you haven't seen us at the parks, you don't realize that when we're at the parks, Craig is constantly feeding me lines to sing. And there's times when we sing together. When we went to see the Muppets, we were both quoting that. When we went to see the Frozen sing-along show, we both sing along with that. When we took Megan to see the Country Bears, and being a baritone, yes. When we saw the Country Bears with Megan for the first time, and Megan's sitting there horrified between the show and the fact that Craig and I are sitting on either side of her singing the whole thing. So Craig and I have a good time with it. Yes. Abigail, my husband's a baritone too, and we laugh hysterically at that joke. And when you hear it, you go, if you're a baritone, you're going, yep, that's me. Yeah, if you've never heard Straight No Chaser, go listen. They do some great stuff. And oh my, okay. So this is Judy's other box. That is just cute. I need a grandkid. Somebody come to Missouri and be a grandchild I can adopt, because mine aren't going to have any anytime soon. There is all sorts of Disney kids clothing in here. The dog is here going, what are you doing? I smell chocolate. You're not getting chocolate. That's cute. Legend of Korra. That is I wish I could fit that. That is a cool looking shirt. I like that one. All sorts of stuff in here. So I'm going to have to go through these things. Excuse me, pupper. Dog is just looking at me like, what are you doing? Oh my. Let's see here. Okay, that one I'm taking. Grumpy is the new happy. That's mine. Keep that one. It gets put aside. Oh, let's see here. Pulling out some of the adult. There's a mini. And now Megan's probably sitting here watching and going, okay, which ones am I going to come over and steal? She's gotten a couple shirts. Let's see. Lots of kids stuff. Oh, my goodness. What else we got? Let's see. That looks a little bigger. There's a fun one for you. Oh. Okay. I know a couple people that'll want this one. There you go. Lion King on Broadway. Nice. Nice. And I know exactly. Let's see if it'll fit. I don't know. I don't know if it'll fit Margaret or not. Be close. She'll probably check that one. That's a cute mini. That'd be a little small. That'll probably go with her. Grogu. Let's see. Yep. Helps if we hold it right side up. There we go. Where science meets imagination. Oh, in fact, that reminds me. Branson has something else coming up. I've got to figure out how I can get tickets to. They've got this brand new interactive imagination deal coming up. It's supposed to open up here first part of May. So that's cool. So really hoping. Oh, this is a lady shirt. Ladies large. I would totally wear that, but that is an awesome shirt. And Judy just signed in. Hello, Judy. I was just showing everything. You spoiling us with all these goodies and everything. So, but yeah, there's Judy. So yes, just some amazing stuff. Judy spoils us. And like I said, we've been taking some of them to Margaret's school because there are kids there that she works directly with that can use some of this stuff. So it has been great that way. Let's see, where was I at? Oh, the Branson Disney thing. Let me see. And I'm trying to remember the name. It's called Disney Immersive. And coming into Branson this year, they've got the website up, but you can't buy tickets yet. Starts in 41 days here. So let me do this. Share screen. Try to make sure you get. There we go. This is what is coming to Branson here very soon. So I'm trying to work out time and schedule and being able to get over there. So yeah, that is definitely on our agenda. It looks really, really cool. So yeah, it's just trying to figure out a time and day that we can get over and go visit it. But coming soon, just over a month away. So yeah, really cool. Can't wait to be able to show that off. Do I think Dollywood or Silver Dollar City will ever become year-round parks? Nope. Because of the winter weather here, it is not unusual for us to have a few days below zero. It's during January and February, it's miserable. You don't want to be outside in that. The whole area shuts down. There's very little going on. A lot of the hotels close. A lot of the restaurants close. They can't even get a crowd in on New Year's Day. So no, there's not going to happen. People don't want to be outside in that stuff. So, and it's a time that they need to refurbish the rides, to get everything cleaned up and repaired and fixed. It's one of the reasons why people get upset at Disney, because they have stuff closed for months. It's because Disney has to do during the year what Silver Dollar City and other seasonal parks do in that off season when they're closed. So nope, it won't ever go year round. They don't make money, they lose money, and they wouldn't get done what they need to. So yeah, pretty easy. Let's see. Why won't Herschend pay for a dome? Yeah, there's that too. They keep trying to get this dome. Oh yes, the people I would have ask me that at Silver Dollar City and at Disney, just like, you really. Let's see here. If you've seen the movie Ready Player One, I read the book. Book's better than the movie. You can see a virtual version of any of the popular theme parks being a fun experience. So you've had a couple similar things. You had, oh gosh, what was it called? The virtual Disney. And I'm going blank on it. If you actually go on Google Maps, you can actually do Street View of Disneyland on Google Maps and walk through the park that way. What are you doing, dog? Just crawling under my desk. So you can do stuff like that. I had walk through the park videos from Disneyland Paris. There's videos online you can do stuff like that with. It's still not the same. It's just not the same as being there. So no, I don't see those ever becoming a big thing. So was surprised to see 504 on display for the Fire in the Hole Media Day. I wasn't. I knew it was coming. So fun tricks for you. The part of the new ride where the guy has the railroad switch that he's flipping. The train guys actually built that for the ride specifically. And then, of course, Engine 14 was the model for the train in there. And they had a big role in that. So, no, I knew 504 was coming. But let's see. Even though it's a staple in the Hershey Parks, surprised that Kentucky Kingdom's getting Christmas event. I'm not. Christmas events are huge. The parks that do them do good business. Six Flags and Cedar Fair, the reason they've cut back is because they didn't do them well. But yeah, when you pay any attention too much, Christmas is the busiest time of year for Disney. It's the busiest time of year for Universal. It's the busiest time of year for the Hershey Parks. Christmas is huge. Do it right, you can make lots of money. So, do you think the next step for Silver Dollar City would be build a resort? I don't know what the next step is, but it is absolutely in the plans. And I would fully expect its own entrance, which is probably going to mean park expansion. So where it falls in the plans, I don't know, but resort is absolutely positively coming. Yep. Done too well in too many places. They're not going to pass that up. So, let's see. Honestly, when Tweetsy started the Christmas event, it got them a lot of business in what was once their off season. Yeah, you do Christmas, a spot where it's park. People want to go out at Christmas to celebrate. They don't mind being out for Christmas. They just don't want to be out. And December is still decent enough weather. The real cold comes later. So, I mean, I've been on the train at 18 degrees, but that's still not the same as single digits. So, yeah. Do it right. Christmas is big. So, I think that's most of everything. I've talked about the other stuff. So we will kind of see from there. Would Silver Dollar City ever build a City Walk or Disney Springs? No. Nope. They don't have multiple parks right next to each other. There's no reason to. Universal has Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios. Universal Studios Hollywood did add a city walk for shopping and stuff, but there's people are looking for entertainment areas there. Disney Springs or Downtown Disney, they've got multiple parks that they use it to link up with. So Hershey doesn't have that. Branson has a ton of shopping in it. So does Pigeon Forge. They've already got that all kind of set up for the tourists. So it's not going to pull people in. So now, do I think Fire in the Hole will get the Christmas lights? Absolutely. Expect an amazing Christmas light display for that. Town of Branson is basically the city walk. Yeah, the whole strip, and especially downtown. The Branson Landing. Yep, they've got that all covered. So speaking of which, hey, go to Branson Landing. There you go. Branson has a lot of shopping, and you've got the Tanger outlets. You've got the Branson Landing. You've got Highway 76 on the strip. Craft malls, all sorts of stuff. So something like a city walk is not going to do well. So all of Gatlinburg is what Dollywood Silver Studies were looking. Gatlinburg was so much fun. Oh goodness, I loved Gatlinburg. If you go to Pigeon Forge, go to Gatlinburg. The very first time we went, we didn't, and I regretted it when we went. Spent a week there. We went to Dollywood. I think we only had one other day. We spent the whole time in Gatlinburg because it was just so nice. Yeah, so Gatlinburg's amazing. I got old videos from when we went. Go look them up. Back when I didn't have so much gray and was a little thinner. So, any case, I'm going to try. I don't know if I'm going to get this other video done tonight because it's already 8:30. So it's probably going to be Sunday before I can get that finished. So look for it next week. And I've got a couple other videos in the works. It's just a matter of finding time to be able to do that. We will see. What about a new water park? Lots of people want to talk about moving Whitewater up to the property. I have not heard anybody from Silver Dollar City or Hershey hint at that yet. Whitewater has a great location in the middle of town. It pulls a lot of people just because it's there. I don't see them abandoning that spot at all. So, yeah, it could use some work, but I don't see them abandoning it. If you could revive any former attraction from any park, oh gosh, I have yet to be able to come up with a good answer to that. I've had people ask me variations. That's just hard. So it's on my list of videos to do at some point, and we will see. So, do I have any plans to get to Dollywood and ride the new lightning rod? Okay, so this is a good thing to kind of close out the way that this works. So my plans as far as visiting other parks are basically, I'm not planning on doing any more park travel for a while. If you haven't heard, we are hoping to go study Hebrew in Israel for a couple years. We're in the process of raising the funds for that. So if we go, that's 2 years that we're out. And basically what this summer is there's a chance we might go this summer. More than likely, it may be Christmas or summer of next year. But our plans and preparation are basically to get there. So all the travel we're doing, that's what we're doing, is we're trying to support race for that. So no park plans at this point, especially after last summer. We had a huge bunch of travel last summer, got to see so much, but it cost us, and we're actually still paying for some of that. No park plans. I wish I could. If somebody threw something out there that we could book around some speaking engagements and stuff, I might think about it, but I don't see it at this point. We've had so much travel. We're almost kind of like a year off. It would be good. If I had the opportunity to rob trains, would I? And this is what I will close with. No, not to work. Multiple reasons, and I've posted those on videos. But if they ever offered me a chance to rob for one day as a guest, raise money for charity, I would take one day. Absolutely. I would love to do it for one day. But as a job, nope, those days are done. So with that, I will close out. Thank you all so much for watching and joining me. I hope you've had a good time. This has been a blast. I got chocolates to eat and candy treats and shirts to share and all sorts of stuff. So what does it mean when the pastor says he's closing? Okay, let me ask this. Who will give me 5 more minutes? Okay, I see 5 there, 10, 15, 20. Old preaching line. But I'm really going to close. So thank you guys so much. Never give a pastor 5 more minutes. He'll take it in more. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. God bless. Have an awesome weekend.